The Diversitoys story begins in a quiet, narrow back street. In this street, there was a small toy shop. Its name was Toyworks. Toyworks sold every type of toy a child could imagine. Many of these toys were designed by the shopkeeper himself, Da Vinci. Da Vinci had designed thousands of toys, but was in the process of designing one very special toy, codenamed the Super Toy. The plans for this toy were kept safely away to protect them from rival toy shop owner, Mr. Grief. Mr. Grief owned Toy Kingdom, one of the biggest and most successful toy shops. But many of his ideas were stolen from Da Vinci. Tonight, Mr. Grief intended to steal the plans for the Super Toy and claim them for himself. But little did Mr. Grief know there was a small miracle waiting to stop him. Once a year, the planets form a special alignment behind the moon, giving its beams a special energy. Tonight, these beams hit the front window of Toyworks and surged into the toys and brought them to life. These lucky toys were the Diversitoys.
The Diversitoys broke free from their boxes. With one breath, they were completely released. Bonkers.
Okay,
best now.
Guys, listen up. I think someone's coming.
Mummy, look! Sweetheart, it's nearly Christmas. We have to hurry.
The Diversitoys were granted two powers, the gift of life until sunrise, and the ability to pass on this gift through touch.
My mum runs a dance school, and that is where Diversity was born. You know, it started about 23 years ago. We're all from different parts of East London and Essex. You know, a lot of us were born in East London and then moved out. Some of us still live in East London. But Dagenham in Essex is where we all kind of centred and where we all kind of met, and that was the base of the studio. So I suppose the roots of everything was almost made in Dagenham in a way.
I would say this is pretty much a second home for us, as in, you know, we're here 24/7. I'm hardly in my house. I don't see my aunt as much as I see these guys. Like, I'm with them all the time.
So I call it time, if I'm being honest. I'm actually going to get mail sent here.
Yeah.
I actually have had mail sent here.
Yeah, you have. So have I, yeah.
Yeah, this bit's fine. All this bit's always cool.
Ash actually sleeps in there, because when he stays up late making all the music and stuff, he's up till about 4 o'clock.
Diversity is one of the few groups, if not one of the only groups I know of, that isn't manufactured as a group. You know, we haven't held one audition, we're all just friends, you know, cousins, brothers, you know, that have come together through fate, really, and have formed this group. And that creates a real family vibe and a real family atmosphere. And we started to dance in small, low-key shows. And we entered a competition. And we won. And then we were like, oh, what can we do next? And we entered Britain's Got Talent. And then before we know it, we're here. So literally, we were just friends, and over, you know, a span of about 20 years, just kind of sticking together and dancing and doing what we love to do. And, you know, just trying to be successful with it. We ended up here, so it's a pretty amazing story.
The Diversitoys started their journey through Toyworks, slowly making their way to Da Vinci's workshop. They were going so they could take a sneak peek at the designs for the Super Toy. And they were completely unaware of Mr. Grief's plans to steal them for himself. The Diversitoys soon arrived at the first major department of Toyworks, the dolls.
Oh, man. Oh, look at that girl right there. Goodness gracious. Oh, that girl fine, man. Look at it. Oh, she just too fine. She knows she fine, too.
She is banging.
Oh, she's off the hook.
She looks good. You're right.
And I bet you can't nobody get that girl.
Watch me get that girl.
I bet you never land. You can't.
I can get her.
All right, come on then. Come on.
Watch.
so the Diversitoys met the doll. Diversitoys only had until sunrise to find the designs for the super toy. And so came the time for them to say goodbye and leave the dolls behind.
Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. Your true beauty's description looks so good that it hurts. You're a dime plus 99, and it's a shame you don't even know what you're worth. Everywhere you go, they stop and stare, 'cause you're bad and it shows. From your head to your toes, out of control, baby, you know. If I was your never worry about what I do. I'll be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserve good faith. It's full of diamonds, hand full of ring, baby, superstar. And I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me be the one. Let me be the one to get it. And said everything baby, you love. Said everything your selection. Will you take me, baby? Supposed to be. Baby, you should let me.
The Diversitoys had been brought to life and were making their way through Toyworks in search of the plans for the super toy. But on their way, there were many distractions.
Eco clothing? Swap.
Nice cloth go? Nah, swap.
Ah, Technologic.
Technologic. Technologic. Technologic. Technologic. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, melt, upgrade. chart it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, move. Write it, cut it, paste it, save it. Diversity. 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 Technology.
Mitchell. How do I describe Mitchell? I met him when he was 5, and he walked into the studio. I've never danced before, and I was like, "Hello, mate," and he was like, "Yep, I want to dance like Justin Timberlake. Can you teach me?" I was like, "I can try." Like that. And I started to teach him. And, you know, he was like the first, well, one of the original members of Diversity, actually. You know, there was only 5 of us at first, and then he was number 6. And we used to bring him on in a bag, and he used to be about that big. And yeah, he used to come on and dance, and he's turned into this kid who is really kind of mean-looking and kind of doesn't really show much expression off stage. Then he gets on stage and he just lights up and he just performs. So yeah, he's a tough kid, but a good kid. Perry's another one for me who he can just put a smile on your face. Sometimes annoyingly, whether you want him to or not, but he can just do it. The big hair and the glasses, obviously, is what got us at first, but we're used to that now. Now, you know, we'll be chilling out to the iPod, you hear it cut out, and you'll be like, what's that? And Perry slyly replaced the iPod on the speakers with the weirdest songs you could ever imagine. Your plate of food will go missing, your Ribena will go missing. It's Perry. You know, Perry's, I don't know, he's just slightly annoying sometimes. I'm joking. I love Perry so much. He's always getting thrown around, tossed up in the air, flipping around everywhere. Really talented kid. And yeah, he came in again a bit later into the group. But yeah, he worked his way in and he's, yeah, a solid member.
The Diversitoys continued on their journey and ventured down to the warehouse of Toy Works. From behind the boxes, they could hear a strangely familiar beat.
1958 to 2009.
Get the point? Good. Let's dance.
Diversitoys had found Da Vinci's workshop and had finally found the designs for the super toy. But little did they know, the unexpected was about to happen. As the alarm stopped, the Diversitoys came out of their hiding places and they realized what had happened. Mr. Grief, the owner of Toy Kingdom, had broken in and stolen the plans for himself, leaving Da Vinci with nothing. And what were the Diversitoys going to do about it?
We're gonna get them back, obviously.
The Diversitoys were doing something no toy had done before. They had left Toyworks and were on a mission. This mission was to cross the road to Toy Kingdom and get back the plans that Mr. Grief had stolen from Da Vinci. The Diversitoys made their journey across the street towards the doors of Toy Kingdom. once inside, the Diversitoys knew what they had to do.
Day to day with Diversity on tour is crazy, you know. There's not a moment where there's not someone doing something, whether it's Perry or the Breakers or Jordan or someone just winding someone up or doing something or setting someone's screensaver to something or getting a key for someone's room and getting them out of bed. I don't know, just, you know, just general being stupid. It is, but at the same time, it's an experience that, you know, we would never have normally, and we kind of love every minute of it, and we know that it's not going to be there forever, so we just try and enjoy it, enjoy every minute. I would describe Diversity's fans as amazing. That is the word for them. You know, they're so dedicated and they follow us everywhere, and they really get what we do.
We love diversity!
And, you know, that they notice things that, as dancers, you know, it's different to be in a singing group.
I think they're amazing dancers, very talented. They're so, like, together.
Dancers, you know, they're known for working really hard for, when I say not a lot of difference, you know, for people that are not dancers, sometimes it's hard to notice, but our fans always take the time and they notice the differences in the routines and our song choices, and they follow us everywhere and they're so dedicated, you know.
We love diversity. Better than Lady Gaga.
So yeah, our fans are brilliant. We are a cast of 25 plus the people that come with us. So we're a big group, you know, 2 buses and stuff. So literally we tour like big time and we do it, you know, everywhere we go out as a big group. And it is, yeah, it's a pretty special situation actually to have all of us, you know, together. And I love the fact that everyone's humble as well as being talented. You know, we all bounce on each other and we all get along really well. So it's a good cast.
Perry and Mitchell had found a human-sized map of Toy Kingdom. The Diversitoys could use this to find their way around the shop and therefore find the plan. The Diversitoys had brought to life the group of toys that were best sellers in Toy Kingdom. They were the action figures. Diversitoys were nearing the end of their journey, the Action Toys had told the Diversitoys one piece of information. Find the box, find the plans. The Diversitoys eventually found the box.
similarities make us stronger.
But our differences make us stronger. We are diversity.
The Diversitoys had finally beaten Mr. Grief at his own game and retrieved the plans for the Super Toy.
The diversity motto is on my t-shirt, actually. Dream, believe, achieve. It is what it says in the tin. You know, if you've got a dream, believe in yourself and believe in it. We are a prime example of it, which is why, you know, we've taken it on and we say it to people all the time, you know, whether people think it's kind of cliche or a bit cheesy, it's the 100% truth, you know. We dreamt of getting to where we are now, and we just said, no, we believed in ourselves, we worked hard, we entered a massive competition, and we achieved it. And we're living our dream, we're doing shows, we're traveling the world. So we say to people, look, dream, believe, achieve, and it can happen for you. I like to think the future for diversity is very bright. We've got so many ideas. Diversitoys just scrapes the surface. I mean, there's so much going on, so much that we want to get across to people, and we just want all the time in the world to do it. So I like to think the future is bright, and just look out for us.
Having succeeded in their mission to find the plans, the Diversitoys and all the others crowded round to see what the fuss was about. What actually was the Super Toy?
Oh, noughts and ones. It looks like a code for a gaming program called Da Vinci's Code.
The Diversitoys didn't understand what Da Vinci's gaming program was, or how it worked. But little did they know, they soon would. The sunrise was fast approaching, but as the Diversitoys looked up, they realized that the magic of Christmas had already arrived. And the sun was about to rise. The toys only had 45 seconds to get back. One by one, Diversitoys made it back to their boxes. Just in time for the sunrise.
Here's something to look forward to. Animated adventure with everyone's favourite big green ogre. After making a dodgy deal with Rumpelstiltskin, Shrek finds himself marooned in a scary parallel world. Now he must fight to find a way home. Shrek Forever After, here on Sky 3D, Monday afternoon at 3.